Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Melissa, and we're
Disabled Disney.
Welcome to this week's video for Disabled Disney. I'm Melissa.
I'm Jillian.
And I'm David.
And this week our video is,
The 16 Disney questions tag.
and we were tagged by,
Disney Dreamin 411.
thank you for tagging me, I wanted to do this one so bad. Okay, so this is, you get tagged by another YouTuber, and you answer 16 Disney related questions,
And then you tag somebody.
and you tag two people
2 people.
to do it. So, question number 1.
Which Disney character do you think you are most like?
So we're going to do this one individually because some of the questions we can answer together and some of them we can't.
So obviously we're not going to all think we're the same character.
Yeah, we don't. And we all have differing opinions on which we think each other's most like. But for me, I think I am most like Winnie the Pooh, who happens to be my favorite Disney character. Because, as he says, I am short, fat, and proud of that.
And he's adorable.
So, that's mine. Yours?
I picked Anna from Frozen.
I thought you were picking Olaf.
I'm going with Anna. Because I like her, and despite the fact that she's kind of an airhead. But she's not the only Disney princess that's an airhead. Snow White. Dad?
I guess mine would be Sully from Monsters Inc.
Boo! Or Kitty!
Kitty!
Who would be the little girl? Thank you.
Yeah, doesn't he look like Sully? All scruffly and...
But he's not blue or pink.
He's wearing blue.
But he's not pink.
But he's wearing blue.
But he's not pink.
Technically, it's mint green.
Okay.
But he's not pink.
It's kind of the right color for Sully, though.
But he's not.
And he looks like he'd be scary, and he's tall and big, but he's really not. He's just a big softie.
He's like Harry on Matterhorn.
I'm the scary one.
She's not kidding.
Question number 2.
What's your favorite Disney queue line?
So for this one, we talked about it for a while.
Oh yeah, it was like
And-
a 15-minute debate.
We picked one together as a family, and we picked it for number 1, the fact that going through the disability queues, you don't always get to experience the whole queue line. So when I could walk, I've been through a lot of the older queue lines like Star Tours and stuff, and I know how awesome they are. I've never been through the whole Indiana Jones queue line because by the time they put that in, I couldn't walk around Disneyland and we'd have to do the wheelchair entrance, which is the exit. So we picked this queue number 1 because it's a great queue.
And everyone that's in the disability queue line and the regular queue
Gets to
line can see everything.
Experience most of it, not everything. They don't get to experience part of it, but the majority of it they
Are you
do.
talking about the stairs?
I'm talking about the graveyard
Oh.
because it's the Haunted Mansion queue. Because I mean, hello, you walk in, you're in the queue line, you go down the
Right.
elevator, you're still in the queue line, and you have the storms and the busts and the pictures, and
It's really cool.
it's a great queue line. So that is the queue line that we picked for ours.
Number 3. What are the most interesting set of ears that you own?
So we recently, just like, was it yesterday?
Yes.
Made these ones. So they so far are the only pair like them. Those are our most unique set of ears.
Number 4. if you could get rid of one ride, I already know Dad's answer to this one. Which one would it be?
Okay, we could not come up to a consensus with this one. So we're all doing our own. So, what's yours?
Anybody who knows me knows it's going to
If
be...
if you have seen any of our attraction videos, you know the answer to this.
Can I guess?
Anybody who knows me knows that the creepy doll ride is the one that I would get rid of.
If you
Also
don't know what
known
he's talking
as-
about, it's a small world.
For me, honestly, Buzz Lightyear's Astro
thought you had-
Blasters.
Astro Orbiter. I said
Well,
Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters.
I said if we were going to do one as a family, that one. I have nothing really against Astro Orbiter except that.
It's a backwards Dumbo, but lamer.
But that's the same thing with Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters. It's the same ride as Toy Story, essentially Midway Mania, but it's lamer.
A lot lamer. I am so disappointed that we went on Toy Story Midway Mania before we went on Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters because it is so much lamer.
Yeah, so we apparently don't like Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters.
We've only been on it twice. Full disclosure.
Well, I do know that part of the problem is somebody, I'm not gonna name names, but somebody can't shoot. So
That doesn't help her on either ride.
right.
But
I do better on Midway Mania than...
That's because of the fact that the blaster is fixed and you have one square to shoot in instead of it being all around you.
yeah.
Fair enough.
And you're having to pick up small targets.
And you forget to move the thing to make it to where you can get it better. So last time we went on it, I kept moving it to where I needed it to shoot and kept messing you up because you forgot to move it.
Because I was like, oh, you just go straight through. You don't turn or anything like that.
That's one of the things there for you to move it.
I blame Chris and Amanda for that. They don't talk about it in their video.
There's a quick tip for you. If you're ever having a competition with somebody to where you're trying to see who can get the best score, when they're not looking, switch guns.
Check out the Provost Park Pass video on...
That was their decathlon video.
Yeah. With Fast Pass Facts.
Yes.
Yeah, check out the Provost Park video on there.
And Fast Pass Facts. They're both great channels. Alright, number 5. What is the most random Disney fact you know?
We
I know.
came to a consensus on this as a family,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be...
That there are actually 3 masts with sails on them over the top of the Pirates of the Caribbean building.
And you can see them from...
Multiple places in the park, one of which is the exit/handicap queue line for the train in New Orleans Square. You can also see them coming down the hill from the exit the exit out of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad going down towards New Orleans Square. If you look towards where Pirates is, you'll be able to see them on top of the building.
And you can also see them from
if you were lucky
wheelhouse.
enough to get up into the wheelhouse of the Mark Twain.
Difficult to do.
What is your favorite land to sit and relax?
So for us, it's Nolan Square because the atmosphere is great. You can just go sit and
Listen to some jazz
people
music.
watch. Right. A
Watch-
lot of times there's little bands around there
Watch
playing.
the Mark Twain or Columbia
Go by.
sail past on the rivers of America.
And the canoes if they're open.
And if you go get some Mickey beignets and then, a cup of coffee. We don't really like the mint juleps. We've tried them a few times.
It tastes like scope.
Yeah, it tastes like mouthwash to us, so we don't really like them. But we'll go get Mickey beignets, and I'll get like a coffee, and we'll go sit down and relax and people watch, and it's just
kind of just hang out.
We love Norland Square,
and it's got 2 of our favorite rides too.
Yeah,
check out our top 10 favorite attractions. Number 7, if you could have any one ride in your backyard, which one?
We couldn't come to a consensus on this one either.
They agreed on a ride, and I have my own ride. So, Mom.
So our ride is Peter Pan's Flight, because it's my favorite attraction.
Mine is also from Fantasyland. It's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
But I think those would be, either one would be great, honestly. We like both of them. But Peter Pan's my favorite, so.
Number 8, what is your worst queuing experience?
Okay, so with the disability queue in Disneyland, you have to go in through the exit in most of the attractions. Not all of them, but most of them. Mm-hmm. And the entrance for Space Mountain for the disability queue line is through the exit, and it is a fairly steep ramp.
With very sharp turns going down it, so you can't see what's coming around the corners.
And there was one time we were exiting the ride, so we were going up the ramp. There was somebody coming down the ramp, and he was wheeling himself in his own manual wheelchair, and David was pushing me. And he let himself go because that's easier to try to control when you're wheeling yourself. But he didn't see us at the bottom of the stairs starting to come up, and he ended up crashing into me, like straight on into me.
Yep.
And which caused me a significant amount of pain and pretty much ruined the rest of my day. I did have to go, we did get ice packs from First Aid for me for that. First Aid's great. Check out our guest services video, and we tell you all about First Aid. But it did kind of ruin the rest of the day for me. And
I would like to say quick shout out to all the hardworking people in the First Aid, the cast members in the First Aid station. Mm-hmm. You all are great. You help out so many people.
Oh yeah,
they are. They're really great.
And I'm sure you don't get very many thanks for it. So.
I have had to use their services lately quite a bit. And don't ever be afraid to go to First Aid.
Seriously, don't. It's honestly better if you go.
And yeah, and they don't expect a bill either from them. It's included in your park ticket. If you get hurt in the park, they'd rather you go into First Aid and talk to them and have them check you out.
Yep.
And they will get you taken care of with whatever you need.
They are
amazing.
Even if it's you're really sick and you just need to go home, they'll make arrangements to get you out of the park and have someone from your party be able to pull up where the buses come in, where you wouldn't normally be allowed to bring a car.
Yeah.
Just so that way you can get in quick, or go from the park into the car quicker and get out of there quicker.
And they'll get you out. They'll take you out through the back way, and they're really good.
They are Disney in itself is amazing. They actually care, which is amazing. So, all right. Number 9. If you could invent a new ride, what would it be?
Okay, so this one.
Okay. Now, I came up with this ride after seeing a video of, what is it? Flight of Passage
in Walt Disney World.
In Walt Disney World. Okay. So I was looking at the ride vehicles and I saw some pictures of them, and I was like, wow, they look very close to what a light cycle would be. And then I had this idea. You could make like the same motion simulator technology. You've already got the vehicles. Just change it to Tron. You've got light cycles there. It would be, a smaller area than the roller coaster. You could even put that in Disneyland without a problem. Maybe bring back Flynn's Arcade, put it next to that.
So that is if we could design one, what would it be?
Number 9, if you could work at, or number 10, excuse me. You could work in the park, in the Disneyland park, as any Disney character. Who would it be?
Well, I think for me, I would want to be some sort of a face character, because I don't think I could handle wearing one of the
They're really
full costumes.
hot.
Well, so are a lot of the outfits for the face
Right,
characters,
but
but like I think I would like to be one of the like Tinkerbell characters maybe, because their costumes are really cute and fun, and you know, I think that's what I would want. What was yours?
Mine would be Elsa.
What was yours?
Red, the fire engine and cars.
Oh, right. You would want to be the driver for Red.
Yeah.
Number 11. What is your all-time favorite Disney quote?
We came up with this one as a family.
Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy.
And it is the quote above the entrance from the entrance of the park into Main Street, where you go underneath the railroad,
There's a plaque on both sides.
that says that quote.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we really think of Disneyland. It is another universe, another world. It's not ours.
When we see that sign, we all go,
Not me. I gotta walk all the way underneath of
Yeah,
it,
he has
underneath the railroad tracks, and come up the other side.
then
Then once I can't see the outside world anymore, then I relax.
because then it's, we're in Disney.
Mhm.
To me, standing in front of that topiary out front, that is not being in Disneyland.
Nope.
I gotta be on the other side of the railroad tracks.
Number 12. If you could give one piece of advice to people visiting the Disney parks, what would it be?
And we all came up with our own for this. What was yours?
Sunblock. Sunblock is very important. Even if you don't burn or whatever, wear it. I can't stress it enough.
Mine is do your research. Disneyland takes far less research than Disney World does, by far. But especially for disability people, you can research on the app or on the website which attractions that you can go on in your chair, which attractions you have to transfer for, so that way you know ahead of time what you are physically capable of doing and what you're not. And then you can also check out our video on our top 10 disability friendly attractions to help you with that. But yes, you can research all of that stuff ahead of time. Research.
Comfortable shoes.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah,
Make
tennis
sure
shoes.
Make sure, not necessarily tennis shoes,
No.
but whatever shoes you could be standing up all day long,
And
walking 6 miles in. Whatever's going to be comfortable for you, that's what you should be wearing. Something that you can spend all day in.
All right.
But if you're used to wearing your work boots all day long and they don't hurt your feet, wear your work boots. Don't wear some other shoes that you're not used to.
All right. Number 13. Which Disney movie / franchise deserves its own land / attraction / restaurant that doesn't have one?
All right, so we came up with a few things on this. Number one, he would like to see a Tron land with the Tron ride, Flynn's Arcade, like even a small one, like and
Like
then,
even just a Tron ride in Flynn's Arcade.
Like the one with the simulator with the light cycles that I have the idea for.
and Flynn's Arcade, and maybe something else, or in like Tomorrowland. It might be a great place to put it in Tomorrowland.
Right.
We really liked Flynn's Arcade when it was there.
I was sad when it left.
I know.
Because you could actually play Tron in Flynn's Arcade.
It was so cool.
And the all of the games that Flynn wrote were in there.
Yeah, all the games that are in the movie Tron from Flynn's Arcade were there, and it was amazing. Yeah.
As well as some of our favorites from the 80s, for those of us
Right.
old enough to remember
Actually
arcade games.
going to arcades and playing them in arcades
and spending thousands of dollars in quarters.
I went to an arcade when I was 10.
Yeah, it's not
That
the
wasn't a
same.
real arcade.
And then another thing that we really like that they just got rid of was
Bring back Bugs Land!
well,
Not necessarily Bugs Land.
Specifically, it's tough to be a bug. We really loved that show.
That was a
We
cool
would
show.
go into Bugs Land just for that show. We wouldn't do the other stuff, but we would.
Well, we did it the first time we went,
Right,
For
but
you, because you were little.
and I wanted to go.
But
the
as you got older, we would go in for.
It's tough to be a bug. Because the only part of the show that I have an issue with, and that's because I have major arachnophobia, is the part where the black widows come down from the ceiling.
probably didn't help when your dad lifted you up towards the spiders and pretended like he was using you as a human shield from the Black Widows. That probably
Although the
didn't
first time I missed because I was sitting in my wheelchair, I missed the effect of the bugs running out underneath the seat. So the next time, everybody went, oh, and I was
everybody
like,
was
"Why did I
squirming.
miss?"
There was and the spots where you get stung in the back, she missed those too. And she's
I
like, "Why is
don't-
everybody like squirming around?" It's like because it feels
So
like
the
there's bugs
next
crawling out.
time we did it, I got out. I transferred into a seat so that way I could experience.
Oh my! The first time we went to the show, I literally jumped on my seat. I couldn't do it. I was like, nope. That's too weird.
And the second time she saw it, she actually slid forward when it was the point where
I was like, no.
I don't want to feel it.
I'm like, I'm good.
personally, I thought those effects were pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, they're amazing, but like it
We really
scared
loved
me.
that one. All right, next one.
14. Favorite Disney villain outfit. Okay, since I know mine, I'm gonna go first. In the movie Descendants, Maleficent's black and purple outfit that she has is really cool, and I really like it. It's one of my favorite Disney villain outfits. Mom?
Cruella de Vil's, because she has that full length puppy
coat.
fur coat. You know, it's like,
And the bright red heels.
yeah, the black and the white and the red. I love that combination.
I don't get how she can put her feet into those shoes.
Yeah, women do that all the time.
I don't understand
I don't
it.
either. What's yours?
Well, my first thought was, basic black. But I was thinking, actually, I think Loki, and when he had his costume with the full huge horns. and
From the
everything.
Avengers
and
and
the full
Green.
scepter.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Favorite Disney bathroom?
Okay, so do you have one?
Not really. I mean, it's...
Do you have one?
Yes, mine is the Queen of Hearts bathroom right outside of Alice in Wonderland.
So mine is the bathrooms by the Hungry Bear, because there is
Are you talking about the companion restroom?
yes, there's a companion restroom there at the restrooms by Hungry Bear. It's big. I can get my wheelchair in there easily and out. Or a mobility scooter if I'm on a mobility scooter. Some of the companion restrooms are not very big, and so trying to get the mobility scooter in there is a challenge while I use the restroom. And if you want to actually see that restroom, check out our guest services video, because I have a video of that restroom on there. Last question.
All right.
And actually, if you want a top 10 video for restrooms, the
Provosts
Provosts do
have
have a
one.
top 10 bathroom video.
We
Among
should
other-
do one. Top 10 disability bathroom video.
Okay, last question. What is your favorite Disney live action remake?
Did you have one?
I'm going to go with none of the above. They really shouldn't have done any of them.
Right, so that's all of our answers actually. We don't really like the live action remakes, and we wish Disney had just put the money into making some new something.
Right.
Even if it live action or animated doesn't really matter, but the classics are a classic for a reason, and we really love the animated classics. And I've only seen Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast so far of the live action ones. But
So
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna eventually watch the other ones, I'm sure. But we actually don't like the live action remakes.
Disney,
so
please stop doing them.
they can keep doing them. I just wish they would come up with some new content over the live action remakes.
I
So
personally say don't do it.
That's our last one, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we are going to tag Provost Park Pass
and
Disney Rod to do this video now. Any questions? Leave it below. Any comments? Leave it below.
I have a comment.
What's your comment?
Bring back the People Mover.
Which is a running joke throughout our videos because I miss the People Mover so much.
I've never been on the People Mover.
No, but if we go to
I
Disney
thought
World,
I was the one who missed the People Mover.
Have a magical day, everybody.
Bye.
Support us on Patreon for special content and Disabled Disney swag.
Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest pages.
Hit that subscribe and bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video.
We really appreciate the likes, comments, and subscribes. Now, check out more content from our channel by clicking in your upper right-hand corner on the next video.